Hi everybody, today I'll be attempting to repair this Litehawk Blast buggy. I have been having little luck driving it. Every time I've been taking it out, it's been breaking its parts basically. So the first time I took it out, more or less, it was in a parking lot. I hit a parking lot cement block and it ripped off this whole arm. It cracked this whole floor thing, the motor mount. So I had that all replaced. And then I took it to an RC track. It bumped the wall in the front and it cracked this tower. I've been looking up other YouTube videos and they say this is a real weak spot on these buggies. Actually, I have another Blast here and it's the same problem. This tower's cracked. You can see that. We can get it on camera here. So this tower is cracked over here, and additionally this one has busted whatever from the bottom of that tower. Let's see what else is here. Even this knuckle's busted, so I have to replace that whole front end. And that was like on its first run as well, to tell you the truth. So over here, yeah, this one here had the same problem. I banged it into the wall, it cracked that tower. I replaced that already. So now back here, the problem is, actually it's very minor here. This one is just the screw popped out of where it's supposed to connect here onto this knuckle. And the reason for that was, I think it's popped out before. I didn't replace the part from the initial accident, and it stripped the thread, so it keeps popping out of there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put, I ran out of thread lock. I would use some thread lock, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to use some of this super glue basically, and I'm going to put that in there just to create some adhesion to the thread. So let me pop the dog bone back in before I tighten it up. There we go. Dog bone back in. Line up the screw. I believe I put it on the first one. I'll just check the other side. Yeah, it's on the first hole. So it's kind of neat. You can adjust the setup if you want to do. Bring these arms higher or lower. I don't know what the best setup is. And okay, so there's the hole. So now let's put some super glue in here. And the super glue is all dried up. Wonderful. Okay, so much for the super glue. Oh, it feels all wet, but it's dried up. All right, let me find some more glue. All I found was this epoxy, and it looks like it's glued its head together, so that's useless too. Useless, everything's useless. What should I put in there to lock it? There we go. The glue is still good, but it's gluing my fingers together. Now it's all oozing out of the side. Let me see if I can get some on the screw here. There we go. Ah, my fingers, they're all stuck together. Okay, let me grab a screwdriver here. Okay, dog bones in place. And we'll put that back in the hole here. Hopefully before the super glue dries. It's glued everything but the screws at this point, my fingers. So I'll get that in there. Okay. So now get this lock nut off. Of course I have to drop it right on the ground. Stick this wheel back on. Okay. It's back in action. Found the lock nut. And where is my wheel wrench? Okay, here's the wheel wrench. So, I don't know how much I should tighten these things, because I found that if you over tighten it, it'll just lock the wheel right onto the hub. I'm not sure what a good indicator is of how tight it should be. I tried just to do finger tight, and even that might be too much sometimes. I don't know. If anybody has a good indicator or of how tight to make that, please let me know. So I've replaced, actually I didn't replace anything. The original rear tires look like this, and it's nice soft rubber, good grip on them, except for it doesn't have any sponge inside, so you can see it sort of caves in. If you can see that, and it rides on the edges of the rim more or less, unless you get the speed up or if it's in soft ground only. So I grabbed a toy grade with tires that fit, and I just stretched them and wrapped them right around there. They seem to be okay. Not the greatest, softest rubber really, but at least it'll get it off the edge of the rim, I thought to myself. So this buggy looks like it's ready to go. I did stick in the light kit for it. And here's the battery cover. And there we have it. Alright. So, just brought the Brute out here. The Brute, or the L969, the WL Toys 969, or it goes by the name of Urban Renegade, Protocol Urban Renegade. They're all the same chassis, Litehawk Brute, and I have had no problems with this. It's all on the same chassis. Difference being it has big tires and it has a body that covers it, so I guess this protects that tower from any kind of impact, and these big tires protect it as well. And I've had nothing break on this so far, and it's been pretty beaten up, and nothing broke on this. It's been really good to me. So just wanted to show you that. And this buggy here also goes by the name of WL Toys 959, and now this one here is going to need some major repair on the front. Here's the other linkage. Let's see here. I have to take that all apart. So let's get started, I guess. Now, the good thing about this buggy is because it's also made by WL Toys. You can order WL Toys L959 parts. If you're willing to wait for a month for them to come from China, you might save $1. But otherwise, I get them from Litehawk directly. They're actually local here in Ontario, Canada. So I just drive up to their office and pick up the parts. That saves me on shipping, I guess. And what else are we going to take apart here? Okay. What a pain. You got to take off practically everything, the whole front part, to get to these things. Let's see if I can use this screwdriver any easier. Oh, come on. Ridiculous. Okay. And this knuckle here is broken on the inside, so I'm gonna have to take this whole piece off too. Okay, so some broken pieces here. I'm gonna take that off. So we can reuse that link. Now over here, this knuckle, there's a screw in there, so I can't get to it unless I take the wheel off. Let's do that. So the buggy did come with this wheel wrench, if I didn't mention that already. This is a super fine screw. Now what? Like, seriously? I'm gonna pry that off. So I did buy some new knuckles here. Are they all one piece? This is the tower. This is some part of a tower, another part of a tower. Yeah, this is the knuckle. So it looks like I'd have to unscrew all the metal parts out of here. And how the heck do you get it out of there? Freaking ridiculous. Can't do it by hand. Oh my god. Just ridiculous. Let me go get a wrench. Seriously, like, this thing does not come free. So how the heck am I supposed to free that and then shove it back in these new knuckles? Ridiculous. It gets totally jammed in there. Like, I'm gonna wreck this other part, which needs to be reused. This makes no sense. I can't even take that off. Crap! So basically, I'm having trouble taking this thing apart. So I'm looking online for any help. I go to Litehawk's website here, and they have some instructions on this. And according to the instructions, it says remove the pin retaining screw, which I did. Slide out the pin, and the sub-assembly should just come apart. Whoa, how nice. So the only way to slide out the pin is to shove something in this tiny little hole. So I got a paper clip here, and I'm going to shove that in there. Okay, and the pin came right out. So I got this apart without destroying everything. And this thing just slides out now at this point. Wow. Thank you. Okay. So this is no good. This will reuse. These are no good. Okay. So now we got our wheel hubs here. Which one do I need? Are they the same? No, they're not the same. So, looks like I need this one. Save the other one for probably the next time I take this buggy out, I'm sure. Okay, now what else is busted here? This tower. Let's see now. What else do I gotta take apart? Looks like I gotta take the canopy off now. Carpet hair in here. Okay, we'll take this little cap off. Alright, so now we can see on the inside here what's going on. Save this screw. Let's see, I gotta take this part off. Okay, now where were we? Sorry I have to do this in parts because I get interrupted with things. So here we go. Okay, so we freed this part out, and now we gotta put it back together. And where'd all the little thingies go? Here they are. Okay, it's got a little indentation there. Put this in the wrong way. Of course I did. Okay. So this one is sticking out away from the wheel rim, so I guess this has to go this way. And this thing is gonna stick out. isn't this fitting through? Fun stuff, eh? Oh yeah. I have no idea why this thing is sticking out so much now. Hi everybody, today I'll be repairing the steering knuckle on this Litehawk Sprint. So, let's take the canopy off. Basically I was out on the street in front of my home and I hit the curb and that was it. So, take the canopy off. This is like the second time I've taken this out, and I've been having similar bad luck with the Litehawk buggies. It's a miracle this shock tower wasn't broken off with it, because they usually do. But it was just this steering knuckle. I was able to recover the pins here. But there's a little retaining screw underneath and I lost that. It's so tiny that I couldn't even find it. So let's see if I have the right part for it. Could have sworn I had another steering knuckle. I only have this piece, so I don't even have a steering knuckle. That piece of shit.